and welcome to Prime Business. I am Emma Davis. News coming in tonight is that the Association of Oil Marketing Companies has reached an agreement with tanker drivers to call off their strike. This was contained in an MOU signed by all parties involved. The move comes on the back of concerns raised by the tanker drivers over their remuneration and conditions of service. And now let's get more updates on Zoom. And joining us is the Chief Executive of the Association, the Bulk Oil Distribution Companies, as well as the Chairman of the Tanker Drivers Union. Thank you very much for joining us, gentlemen. How timely is this MOU?
Hello?
Mr. Jonyano, how timely is this MOU?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, a well-nice meeting has been held this evening. All right, we have come to some agreement. But where I stand now, I want to make it clear that we have not declared calling off strike this evening. We are meeting our members tomorrow morning, though there's an agreement, an MOU, but I have been sent by my members. So I make it clear to authorities tomorrow. We are having a press conference tomorrow by 8:30 to 9 at our secretariat to announce to our members the outcome of the meeting before, if any declaration will come on, it will come on.
So you're not resuming work tomorrow, is that right?
What I'm saying is, as to whether we are resuming work or not, I have been sent by people. So the outcome of the meeting, what I have seen, what I have in hand, I will show it to them tomorrow before anything else.
But as a leader, can you tell us if your concerns have been met, or unless you meet your people tomorrow to come to an agreement?
That's why I said, you see, you are pushing me to the wall, yes. I said we have nice memorandum of understanding, okay? But I have been saying, and I don't want to call off strike tonight. Therefore, the strike is still pending till tomorrow after the press conference is over.
Okay. Thank you very much, George Nyano. He is the chairman of the Tanker Drivers Union. We also have been joined on the line by Chief Executive of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors, Dr. Patrick Kweku-Ofori. Doc, thank you very much for joining us. How committed are you to this MOU?
Thank you very much. Yes, we signed off after a heated deliberation, but I think whatever is due them is their right, and we've all committed to ensuring that each and every one of us who work should be duly compensated.
Can you share us some details? Can you share with us some details of the MOU?
I understand why he is not willing to commit, because he also represents a constituent body that they need to go back to them and deliberate with them, which is a given, and we hope we are going to have an amicable solution tomorrow. But what we've done is that on our part as a chamber, we are also discussing with our terminals to work extended hours from tomorrow, as soon as the drivers meet their people and they are able to communicate to the general public that they call up their strike. Once they do that, we are committed to ensure that we work extended hours from tomorrow to the end of the month, and then even Saturday and Sunday, so that every part of the country can receive products to avert any potential shortage, which will also help create woolage, so that the vessels and the BDCs who have got products at anchorage can also reduce their burden of demurrage.
Can you also tell us what this will mean for your business and operations going forward?
Clearly, there are others who are on the losing side, because, one, you felt that you are discharging about 2 days ago, especially gasoline. We didn't have gasoline ullage. So those vessels that have been an anchorage and they were accumulating ullage for some number of days. This morning they were supposed to go in. They couldn't go in. And they need to wait for ullage to be created, which means that they have to still stay at anchorage for additional 3 days. That is cost for them. This same BDC might have sold products at a certain exchange rate to an OMC. It's locking the price, but as the currency changes on a daily basis, it means he's also losing on that. We just hope and pray that there won't be changes in international pricing that will also inure to their disadvantage.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Patrick Ofori, for making time tonight. He is the CEO of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Moving on, Unilever Ghana recorded a growth in profits of 141 million cedis in 2023, compared to 15 million cedis recorded in the same period in 2022. According to the finance director at Unilever Ghana, this was because the company has been able to competitively expand its portfolio into emerging and growing segments amidst the unfavorable business climate experienced in 2023. She spoke to Joy Business on the sidelines of the Unilever annual general meeting in Accra.
Unilever Ghana's 2023 annual report reveals impressive growth across its key business segments. The home care category led the way with a remarkable 30.7% increase in underlying sales, followed by the nutrition business group with a 90% surge. Personal care also contributed significantly, achieving a 45.3% sales increase. Speaking at the company's annual general meeting in Accra, Finance Director Shweta Dwivedi expressed optimism about Unilever Ghana's strong financial position.
This was a year when we had very good profits, and this was also a year where we had very good cash. Plus, we have every confidence in the financial plan of the organization for the years to come, which means that we are already convinced about the fact that we will be in a place to sustain good dividends. I'm not saying the same dividend because we don't have a crystal ball, we can't gaze into the future. But we will have, hopefully, we have turned ourselves around and we are in a position where we can give our shareholders good dividends. Those two considerations in mind. And you are rightly pointing out the fact that for a long time, we had actually not declared any kind of dividend because we were still getting to a place where we turn profitable, have enough cash, and can then make the declaration. The 2023 was that year.
Unilever Ghana's Managing Director, Wolf Caesar, emphasized the importance of local content in the operations.
A lot of our inputs are sourced locally and includes oil. We're always looking for opportunities where we can have a much better contribution of local content. So with packaging, we source a lot of our packaging locally. In terms of talent and all of that, a lot of local content goes into it. So integration will always be part of our agenda going forward.
The board chairman, Edward Effa, acknowledged the impact of the cedi depreciation.
Depreciation affects every aspect of our business, directly and indirectly. Some of our inputs, like palm oil, are priced in dollars. Some of our other products are sourced in dollars. And even indirectly, when the currency falls, fuel prices goes up, lots of other local costs go up. So in various ways, it affects our business, and we have to achieve savings or increase prices to compensate for the depreciation of the currency.
Overall, the Unilever Group in Ghana recorded a significant 44% growth in profit for 2023. The company also declared a dividend payment of 40 pesos per share, totaling 25 million Ghana cedis.
The Dean of the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Justice Baoli, has called for the inclusion of emerging technology and industry-based software into the teaching and learning processes. This, he believes, will equip students with hands-on skill sets that will make them employable and bring them up to speed with ever-evolving industry trends. He spoke at the launch of the accounting software curriculum by the Accounting Department of the University of Ghana Business School.
Preparing industry-ready students has become more imperative due to the ever-evolving business landscape. The adoption of software and technological tools has successfully simplified the world of work. The accounting industry is one of many that have leveraged technology for efficient service delivery. Considering this, the University of Ghana Business School has introduced an accounting software curriculum to provide students with practical accounting software training. The curriculum will be available to both undergraduate and graduate students pursuing majors in accounting, finance, and other related fields. Professor Justice Bawale, Dean of the University of Ghana Business School, explains the rationale behind the curriculum.
Traditional accounting requires that we train our students on how to do bookkeeping and accounting using T-account and all of those manual systems. So historically, we have remained in this. So we end up training students who go to industry. Many companies and organizations have moved on and are subscribing to accounting platforms that simplify their work processes. And so from time to time, we get the feedback from companies that, look, you are bringing us students who don't have what it takes to be plug and play. And so you must do better. We have re-strategized as a school and have decided that, look, we need to equip our students.
On its practicality, this is what he had to say.
The first thing we do is that we provide these students the practical component in their coursework. So you come, you do a course in accounting, you are taught the practical stuff. And we make sure that practical teaching gives you the foundation. But then we don't actually make this computer accounting training part of that course so that students can focus on their theoretical elements. But in this curriculum, when you come there, all you do is to come with your laptop, and a company is created for you, and a system is created for you, so you have to log in. Just like you come to work and you have to log into your accounting software in the organization. And then the instructors would begin to give scenarios. So for example, your company has bought 100,000 worth of goods from special ice water. Therefore, how do you treat this?
Kwabena Situ, partner at Deloitte, commended the University of Ghana Business School and urged academia to incorporate practical teaching and learning practices into their curricula.
There is a huge gap. That is why I love what University of Ghana is doing, because they are bringing those required needed skills to the doors of the students. And I think it is a very good one that every university, every institution must emulate. So the skill sets, there's a gap, and that is why this program, this syllabus is being put together just for the benefits of the students. By the time they leave school, I mean, they have skills of data analytics, they have skills of RPAs, and all these very important required skills that will help them to survive in the world of work.
Minister for Trade and Industry, Katie Hammond, has reaffirmed government's commitment to invest in entrepreneurs in the country. The minister said his outfit will harness the efforts of micro, small and medium-sized enterprises to promote Ghanaian products and services in foreign markets through Ghana's diplomatic missions abroad.
After staying off for 3 years due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 in 2020, the ministry has bounced back with more interesting exhibitions from participating exhibitors. The 3-day event, which is expected to be climaxed on Saturday, May 25, 2024, involves a variety of activities with the opening ceremony beginning on Thursday. Minister of Trade and Industry called on SMEs to be resilient.
Our responsibility to continually facilitate improvement in the business environment. The government would ensure that framework conditions for doing business with ease exist, and thereby facilitating your continued success in keeping local production and supply chains efficient and sustainable for manufacturers. It's in keeping with this that I have promised to to get the business regulatory reforms bill.
Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Mavis Nkansa-Boadu, said the bazaar is to utilize diplomatic missions to facilitate the entry of Ghanaian product into foreign markets while strengthening relationship between local industries and foreign partners.
As it is strategically designed to harness the innovativeness efforts of our micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, the goal of the bazaar is therefore to facilitate the penetration of Ghanaian products and services into the foreign market through the network of Ghana's mission abroad and diplomatic missions accredited to Ghana, which will invaluably support the growth of our SMEs and provide them with the needed impetus to expand their reach into markets, including the African Continental Free Trade Area.
Some SMEs were delighted for the resumption of the bazaar.
I think putting us on the map, visibility such as this is very key. Getting out there, knowing about the brand to others, key stakeholders, partnering with ministries, Ministry of Finance and Trade and Industry. Example, having this fair, for example, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs having this Made in Ghana bazaar is a very good opportunity. And a company like mine, which is located in Malaysia and registered in Malaysia as well as Ghana, this is a very good opportunity for me to showcase the products as the founder and CEO of the brand.
The event is under the theme Promoting Made in Ghana Goods and Services for Economic Prosperity.
Now time for the Entrepreneur in You series as Dr. Maxwell Ampon explains retention rate.
Hello, the last two episodes we've learned about your costs per lead, which is the cost it takes you to generate one lead. And then we learned about the conversion rate, which is your efficiency at turning those leads into paying customers. Today we speak about your customer retention rate, which is your company or your business's ability to retain or keep the customers that you now have. So you need three numbers or three figures or three sets of data in order to do this. Let's start with the first set of data. You need to know the number of customers that you start the year with. Let's call this start customers. And then you need the customers that you gain during the period. Let's say you gain 50 customers during a 1 year period. Let's call this during customers. And then you have the number of customers that you have at the end of the period. Let's call this your end customers. Now your customer retention rate is calculated as your end customers minus your during customers divided by your start customers multiplied by 100%. So it means that if you started the year with 100 customers but you ended the year with 120 customers, don't forget you gained 50 customers during that period. Your customer retention rate isn't really bothered about the 50. It's trying to figure out how many of that 100 stay. That is why in this instance, it's going to be 120 minus the 50 divided by 100 times 100%, which then gives 70 divided by 100 by 100%, essentially telling you that 70% of your customers stayed within that period. Now, you see, when you open it up like this, one might jubilate over gaining 50 customers, but you were able to retain 70% of your customers, and therefore it means you lost 30%. Almost 1/3 of your customers did not come back. What does that mean? Why is a customer retention rate very important to us? It's important because it means something is wrong with your customer satisfaction strategy. You need to satisfy your customers to make sure that they stay. Of course, it also means that in this instance, your conversion rate is quite good because you gain 50% of the number of customers that you started with during the period that is in question, let's say within this 1 year period. But the customer retention rate is looking at how many of your customers stay. So going back to the formula, it's the end customers minus the during customers divided by the start customers expressed as a percentage. It's vital to your business. It's vital to you bringing out the entrepreneur in you. Thank you very much. Keep well.
Brought to you by Africa School of Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneur in You series comes to you every Monday and Thursday on Prime Business as well as on Radio Joy FM and all our social media platforms. I am Emma Davis and that's it for tonight. Do log on to myjoyonline.com and be updated. Have a good evening.